This is the Frugal Gardener. Welcome to my blog, and for those of you who follow my channel, welcome back. There's quite a bit going on. I've kind of gotten over the whole torrential downpour, rain, more rain. That's behind us right now, at least for the foreseeable future. So I want to bring you guys up to date with what's going on. I'm focusing on a few areas today. I did the potato harvest, purple potato harvest the other day. That video was coming out soon with the Frugal family, the Frugal daughter, son-in-law, son, and nephew. But today I'm working on a few projects, a few plants that could use a little help. This looks pretty sparse. It's not looking the way I want it to look. The weather's been hot, but it's going to turn cool pretty soon. This is August. If you may remember this, I don't know if depends on how long you've been with my channel. This is biochar that I made a while back. I didn't use it all, but today I crushed some up and I put it in these carrots. Now you have to be careful because if the chunks are too big, then the carrot seeds are not going to germinate. So I picked out the larger ones, and I'm going to, I just added some more seeds, and I'm going to water this. And we're going to skip this today. This is doing well. And also, this is also doing well. The bees, there's one of the bees I've been waiting for it to show up. And I'll have a few more scarlet runner beans coming up shortly. But again, the main thing that I'm focusing on today, it centers around this bag here. This is the culprit. About 2 weeks ago, my son and my nephew cleaned the garage out. This bag has been sitting in my garage for at least 4 years. I was saving it kind of for a rainy day. I got it on sale, and I guess the bag is weak. So what happened was when they moved it, the bag burst. So I made the hole larger and decided to go ahead and use this compost. So what did I use it on? Pretty much everything you see here. I'm going to start from down here. I did not use it on these daikon radishes, but they do need some help. I have not given them enough sun, and they were planted the end of June, so not sure how that's going to work out. You know me and potatoes. This is one potato that I cut. And in a previous video, what I did was I planted the entire potato in a pot like this. Is pretty much the same size, but this is one that well, the process is called chitting. A lot of people don't like to use that term. I'm not too keen on it, but it's basically when you cut the potato where it's growing and you plant it. So this is about a month old, and over here are, you can see I have more tomatoes coming up. One here, two there, a few over here. These are not regular potatoes. These are Cherokee purple tomatoes, and they're doing okay. This is dinosaur kale that I just planted. This soil is kind of rough. Two of these have peaked out, but I'm going to throw in a couple more seeds. This is a starter for what I'm transferring over to here, and these are the Super Saxon tomatoes, so these are different than the ones that I showed you a second ago. This is something new for me. I've grown beans before, but I have not grown them in a grow bag, and I have not grown Greater Northern beans, which is what these are here. And I am in the process of adding this compost to all these. This one I didn't get to yet. This is my favorite so far out of this group, and it is because in the past, the eggplant that I've grown, it's been okay, but this looks like it's doing fantastic. I mean, you can check it out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, over 10 bulbs on this. Not sure how many I'm going to get out of that 10, but it looks healthy. It's gotten big pretty fast, and I'm looking forward to not this one. This is actually number 1. I have 4 more, 2 on the other side and 2 in my pot garden over near my trellis. So a total of 5, but this one is doing the best out of all of those. This is another one of those interesting situations that you don't see on most gardening channels, and that is gardening inside of a crate. I used gardening material inside the crate, and then I added the seeds, obviously. So this is carrots, about 2 months old. I did add compost to this. Back over here, this is, excuse me, this is watermelon that was planted, it says 6-7, but I guess that means it was planted from seed at 6-7, because it should be further along than what it is. Again, the rain, so better late than never. It looks like it's doing okay now. I also added some nutrients to a couple of these. I added Epsom salt, and also added some seaweed. Well, it's been broken down, dehydrated seaweed. Over here, this is another one of my new favorites. This is one of my many peanut plants. I had an issue with squirrels earlier this year. I planted the peanuts, they dug them up, they ate them. So I went out and bought a 5-pound bag of raw peanuts, obviously, and I planted peanuts. You'll see peanuts all through my garden. Wait till the fall. It takes about 5 months. And if all goes well, you're going to see peanuts all over the place. So I'm real happy about that. I had to transplant this because it was in a starter. I have 2 more that are still in starters. So that's got to be taken care of. So the last thing on my list, this looks like what I just showed you over here, because it is. These are more beans. You can see in here where they're starting to flower. And here's some up here, here's some over here. This is a good shot right here of the beans flowering. So this was also a transplant, but I transplanted this probably about 3 weeks ago. So that's what I'm focusing on today. There's a lot of other things going on that I'm going to get to later on, but I wanted to stop and film and let you guys know that all is well, in spite of the weather, in spite of the mishaps, and everything that I had to replant. Well, I shouldn't say everything. I replanted cantaloupe and cucumbers and squash. Those are the ones that I replanted. But these came out okay, and this is just a portion of what came out okay. There's a lot more, but this is just what I'm working on today. So, as usual, I don't want to keep you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't. There's a lot going on. I don't just stop when the fall comes. I garden in the winter, I garden in the spring, I garden year round. So please subscribe, hit the button for notifications. And I do have a special series coming up, which is the Poor Man's Garden. So it's growing vegetables with no money. So you subscribe, you'll be notified if you hit the bell when that series starts. That's it. I'm the Frugal Gardener. And remember, when you grow your own food, You'll always know where it comes from. Catch you guys on the next video. Have a great day.